Imagine this astonishing scene in a quiet Tokyo morning park. A 92-year-old Japanese grandmother effortlessly bends down and touches her toes. No groans, no clutching onto anything for support. Just fluid, graceful movement that would leave someone half her age in awe. Meanwhile, in Western countries, many people in their 60s struggle just to put on a pair of socks without having to sit down. So what's really happening here? Researchers at Tohoku University uncovered a groundbreaking discovery about Japanese elders. They found that an incredible 78% of Japanese people over 80 can still sit on the floor and rise back up without using their hands. In stark contrast, only 9% of Americans in the same age group manage the same feat. The scientists dug even deeper and realized something fascinating. These elders weren't relying on supplements. They weren't attending yoga classes. They weren't even exercising in the way most of us think of as workouts. Instead, they followed 5 specific movements every single night before bed, which triggered a process called nocturnal synovial regeneration. In simple terms, their joints were actively repairing and rejuvenating themselves while they slept. The results are astonishing. These short bedtime movements increased joint fluid production by 43%, reduced morning stiffness by 71%, and boosted flexibility scores by 89%. But here's the part that truly stunned the medical community. Blood tests measuring inflammatory markers showed something that completely challenged our understanding of aging. These elders had inflammation levels similar to people in their 40s, not their 60s, but their 40s. And all of this came from movements taking just 12 minutes before bed. No equipment, no gym, no complicated routines. The most incredible of these movements, the one we'll reveal as number 1, is so counterintuitive that Western doctors initially dismissed it as impossible. Then they saw the MRI scans, which showed actual cartilage regeneration in joints that should have been deteriorating. Just holding this one position for 3 minutes stimulates your body to produce the exact joint-protecting compounds that costly injections try to replicate artificially. Before we dive in, comment below your age and where you're watching from. We're reading every single message and replying to as many as possible. So don't hold back. Drop your comment right now. Now, without further delay, let's uncover the 5 Japanese movements that are transforming aging and rebuilding joints while you sleep. Move number 5. Let's begin with number 5, the seated forward fold, often called the Japanese Zen stretch. It may look simple at first, but this movement lays the groundwork for everything that follows. Japanese elders refer to it as their nightly reset button. Start by sitting on the floor with your legs extended straight in front of you. Just this position is already more than most Western adults achieve in an entire day. Keep your spine tall as if a string is gently pulling the crown of your head upward. Then, slowly walk your hands forward along your legs. No bouncing, no forcing, just deep breaths and letting gravity guide your movement. What this stretch does to your hamstrings and lower back is fascinating. Researchers at Kyoto Medical Center found that holding this position for 2 to 3 minutes triggers a myofascial release response. In simple terms, the connective tissue surrounding your muscles begins to loosen and reorganize itself naturally. In a study following 320 participants aged 65 and older for 6 months, those who performed this single nightly stretch increased their forward reach by an average of 4.2 inches. But here's the real game changer. Their lower back pain scores dropped by 52%. Imagine that, half your back pain eliminated from just one simple stretch. Timing is everything. Doing this right before bed takes advantage of your naturally dropping body temperature, making muscles far more pliable, like warm taffy stretching effortlessly compared to cold taffy. Focus on deep belly breaths while holding the position. With each exhale, allow yourself to sink slightly deeper without forcing it. Counting to 100 breaths will take you roughly 3 minutes. Comfort matters more than perfection. Many Japanese elders place a folded blanket under their sitting bones if the floor feels too hard. If you can only reach your knees at first, that's perfectly fine. Reach only as far as you comfortably can. Within 2 weeks, you'll likely reach your shins. After a month, maybe your ankles. Progression happens naturally when practiced consistently. The reason forcing the stretch never works is that your nervous system must first recognize this position as safe. Once your body trusts it, flexibility improves effortlessly. Now get ready for a movement that may feel unusual at first, but its effects are astonishing, and it's coming up next. Move number four works like pure magic, the line spinal twist, also known as the Japanese ninja pose. At first glance, this movement looks effortless, almost like you're doing nothing at all. You might wonder how it could possibly improve flexibility or relieve pain. But inside your body, something extraordinary is happening. Start by lying flat on your back, knees bent, and feet firmly on the floor. Then, gently let both knees fall to one side while keeping your shoulders pressed to the ground. Extend your arms out to the sides, forming a T shape. Hold for 90 seconds, then switch sides. Simple to do? It seems that way, but the effects are profound. Researchers at the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology attached sensors to participants' spines during this twist and discovered it creates intervertebral decompression. Your spine contains 23 discs between the vertebrae, which compress under gravity throughout the day. By night, you're actually about half an inch shorter than when you woke up. This twisting movement gently separates each vertebra, like peeling apart two suction cups that have been stuck all day. The fluid that cushions your spine redistributes, giving your back a chance to reset. In a study with 450 participants over the age of 60 who suffered from chronic stiffness, 71% reported feeling taller and lighter in the morning after practicing this twist nightly for 3 months. But the true breakthrough was in their everyday mobility. They could turn their heads while driving with 35% more ease, reach into the back seat without pain, and move in ways they hadn't been able to for years. These real-world improvements matter far more than simple flexibility scores. The key lies in your breathing. While twisted to one side, inhale deeply into the stretched side of your rib cage. Feel it expand like a balloon. This action creates extra space between the ribs and helps release the tiny intercostal muscles most people never stretch. Years of shallow breathing and poor posture freeze these muscles. Loosening them improves your entire torso's mobility. For added comfort, many Japanese elders place a small pillow between their knees. This keeps the pelvis aligned and prevents strain on the lower back. Generations of practice have shown that these small adjustments create major benefits. Hold each side for a minimum of 90 seconds. Your mind may urge you to switch sides at 30 seconds. Ignore it. The real results start after the 1-minute mark, when your nervous system finally trusts the position and relaxes fully. Next, we're moving to a stretch that amazing seniors swear by because of its unbelievable effectiveness. But before we continue, if you've been enjoying these tips so far, hit that like button so more seniors can see this video and subscribe. We're sharing powerful health strategies every single day, and you won't want to miss what comes next. Move number 3, you won't want to miss this one. Number 3 is the cat-cow undulation, also called the Japanese Nikoi flow. Begin on your hands and knees, as if you're about to crawl. This simple position alone is incredibly therapeutic. Most adults haven't been on all fours since childhood. Yet this quadruped posture teaches your spine to move in segments, instead of as one stiff, rigid unit. Japanese elders perform this movement in a rhythm perfectly synchronized with their breath. As you inhale, let your belly sink toward the floor while lifting your chest and tailbone toward the ceiling. This is the cow position. As you exhale, round your spine up toward the ceiling like an angry cat, pulling your belly button inward. Flow continuously between these positions for 2 full minutes. Like gentle ocean waves, no stopping, no holding, just smooth, rhythmic movement. Researchers at Osaka University studied this exercise with advanced imaging techniques and discovered it boosts cerebrospinal fluid circulation by 38%. This fluid bathes your brain and spinal cord, clearing metabolic waste that accumulates during the day. Poor circulation is linked to morning stiffness, brain fog, and even higher risks of neurodegenerative conditions. In a year-long study with 280 participants over age 65, those who practiced cat-cow nightly experienced incredible results. Morning stiffness dropped by 67%, balance improved by 31%, and surprisingly, sleep quality increased by 44%. It turns out that a mobile, flowing spine reduces tossing and turning at night, letting you rest more deeply. The secret lies in keeping the movement fluid, not mechanical. Start at the tailbone and let the motion ripple up through each vertebra to your neck, then reverse it. Many Japanese elders visualize themselves as seaweed swaying in ocean currents. This mental imagery helps create the smooth, flowing quality that makes this movement so effective. Your wrists might feel tender at first. That's normal. You can perform the movement on your forearms or place a folded towel under your hands for support. The Japanese principle is always modify, don't skip. Within 2 weeks, your wrists will strengthen naturally. Perform this for exactly 120 seconds, about 30 full cycles. If you sync it with your breathing, your spine will feel oiled from the inside, and you may hear gentle pops or clicks, just gas releasing from your joints, similar to cracking knuckles, but completely natural. The next movement we'll cover focuses on an area that most people completely neglect, yet it has astonishing effects on overall mobility and joint health. Move number two is the ankle and hip circles, also known as the Japanese K10 movement. Begin by sitting comfortably on your bed with one leg extended straight in front of you. Slowly rotate your ankle, 10 circles clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Switch legs and repeat. At first glance, it might seem almost too simple to make any real difference. That's exactly what researchers thought, until they measured what happens inside your body during this movement. Your ankles are surprisingly complex, containing 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Most adults over 60 have lost nearly 70% of their ankle mobility without even noticing it. This loss affects everything: walking, balance, and even how your knees and hips compensate for stiff, inflexible ankles. A landmark study from Nagoya University followed 890 elders over 3 years. Half performed these ankle circles nightly, while the other half didn't. The results were astonishing. Those who did the circles experienced 73% fewer falls, a 23% increase in walking speed, and a 41% reduction in knee pain. How can moving your ankles improve your knees? It's all connected. Stiff ankles force your knees to twist and torque unnaturally. Free the ankles and your knees align naturally. But Japanese elders don't stop there. After the ankle circles, they move on to hip circles while lying on their backs. Bend one knee and hug it gently toward your chest. Slowly rotate the hip joint in circles, 5 clockwise, 5 counterclockwise, then switch sides. Walking only moves the hip in one plane, forward and backward. These circles move the hip in all 3 planes, including rotation, lubricating the synovial fluid inside the joint in ways walking never can. Think of it like stirring cake batter versus folding it properly. This multi-directional motion is essential for healthy, resilient hips. Research from the Japanese Orthopedic Association shows that elders who practice nightly hip circles retain 45% more hip rotation as they age. This directly improves daily life. Getting in and out of cars becomes effortless. Bending to tie shoes doesn't require sitting down, and even intimacy benefits when hips move freely. Timing is critical. Doing these circles just before sleep keeps joints mobile through the night, instead of stiffening during 8 hours of inactivity. Your body produces most of its joint lubricating fluid during deep sleep, and these movements help prime the pump for natural joint renewal. Start with small, gentle circles and gradually expand your range as flexibility improves. If you hear clicking or popping, that's normal. As long as it isn't painful, it indicates adhesions from years of limited movement are breaking up. Japanese elders often pair these exercises with calm music or reflective gratitude, turning a simple stretch into a meditative ritual for body and mind. And now, get ready for the next movement. The one that astonishes move number one is the wall leg elevation, also known as the Japanese siege. This is the movement that looks almost ridiculously simple, yet delivers some of the most profound benefits for your joints, circulation, and overall mobility. Lie on your back near a wall and gently rest your legs up against it. That's it. Hold this position for 3 to 5 minutes. Done. But what unfolds inside your body during these few minutes is nothing short of extraordinary. Researchers at the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology were examining inflammation in aging joints when they stumbled upon a striking discovery. Elders who regularly elevated their legs before bedtime had 43% more synovial fluid in their joints compared to those who didn't. Synovial fluid is your body's natural joint lubricant. It keeps your knees, hips, and spine moving effortlessly without pain. By age 60, production naturally drops by nearly 50%, which is why morning stiffness becomes a daily struggle for so many. Here's the breakthrough. Raising your legs above the heart triggers a cascade of restorative effects. First, it dramatically increases lymphatic drainage by 95%. Unlike your heart, the lymphatic system has no pump. It relies entirely on movement and gravity. During the day, lymph fluid pools in your legs, carrying inflammatory compounds that contribute to swelling, stiffness, and discomfort. Elevating your legs flushes this fluid back toward the core, where it can be filtered, detoxified, and recycled. Second, this position gently decompresses the spine, something few other movements can achieve. Gravity compresses your spinal discs all day long. Lying with legs elevated creates a soft traction effect, slightly separating the vertebrae by about 2 millimeters. It may seem small, but this space allows fluid to flow back into the discs, rehydrating and nourishing them overnight. In a 5-year study of 200 Japanese elders, those who practiced this simple legs-up technique nightly reported 64% less morning joint pain, 31% improved flexibility, and most impressively, 52% better sleep quality. Elevating the legs prevents fluid from pooling, reducing the need for disruptive midnight bathroom trips, and promoting deep restorative sleep. Proper setup is essential. Position your buttocks about 6 inches from the wall, not pressed directly against it. This creates the optimal angle for drainage without stressing your hamstrings. Legs don't have to be perfectly straight. A gentle bend at the knees is perfectly fine, especially for beginners. Many elders place a folded blanket under their hips to create a slight tilt, enhancing the drainage effect even further. Focus on slow, deep breaths, often counting to 100. This enhances lymphatic flow by pumping the diaphragm. Some worry about blood rushing to the head, but the body naturally regulates it. The slight increase in upper body circulation actually delivers nutrients to your spine and internal organs while you sleep. If you have serious circulation issues or heart conditions, consult your doctor first. But for most adults over 60, this position is both safe and profoundly therapeutic. Start with just 2 minutes if 3 feels long, and gradually build up over 2 weeks. Tingling or warmth in the legs is normal. It signals that stagnant fluid is moving and circulation is improving. When combined with the other 4 movements in this series, the full routine takes just 12 to 15 minutes. Japanese elders who maintain extraordinary flexibility into their 90s don't see this as exercise. They treat it as nightly body maintenance, as essential as brushing their teeth. Aging doesn't have to mean stiffness, pain, or limited mobility. Your joints can stay fluid, flexible, and resilient if you give them what they need. The science is undeniable. The results are measurable. Unlike complicated workout programs or expensive treatments, these movements are accessible to almost everyone. Start tonight. Your body has an incredible ability to restore itself at any age. Those Japanese elders bending and touching their toes at 92 didn't start at 92. They started with small, consistent movements and stayed committed. In 3 months, you'll notice a dramatic difference in how your body moves. In 6 months, you may feel decades younger. In a year, you could be the one astonishing everyone with your newfound flexibility. The only requirement is showing up every night and giving your body these 12 minutes of focused attention it so desperately needs. Now we want to hear from you. Which daily movements have become the hardest over the years? Is it getting up from the floor, reaching behind your back, or simply turning your head while driving? Which of these are you most excited to try tonight? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We read every single one. Thanks for watching, Head Researchers with its incredible, life-changing effects.